Nicole Kidman, one of Hollywood's most enduring icons, is back in Australia, and this Christmas, she's rewriting her story. After the shockwaves of her divorce filing from Keith Urban, fans around the world are watching closely, wondering how the baby girl star is coping. The headlines are loud, the speculation endless, yet Nicole seems determined to reclaim a sense of normalcy and serenity, starting with the holidays. Imagine this, a glamorous life in the spotlight, decades of fame, adoration from fans worldwide, and then, the personal world turns upside down. In September, after nearly 20 years of marriage, Nicole cited irreconcilable differences in court filings, signaling the end of her long-standing relationship with Keith Urban. The news sent ripples through Hollywood, fueling endless debates about why this marriage, so seemingly perfect, fell apart. But Nicole is taking a bold step that speaks volumes about her priorities. She's choosing family, stability, and a return to her roots. This Christmas is more than just a festive escape, it's a statement. By flying back to Sydney with her daughters, Sunday Rose, 17, and Faith Margaret, 14, Nicole is showing that even after decades of public scrutiny, she can create private spaces of healing and happiness. Fans are captivated not just by the divorce drama, but by the emotional layers beneath it. A mother balancing fame, heartbreak, and the delicate art of protecting her children's childhood. But what makes this story even more gripping is the stark contrast it paints. While Hollywood tabloids and online gossip buzz with rumors and speculations, Nicole chooses calm over chaos. There's no dramatic social media outburst, no fiery public statements, just a quiet, purposeful journey back home. The cameras may follow, but it's clear she's in control of her narrative, crafting a version of life that centers on love, family, and gratitude rather than scandal. And yet, curiosity lingers. How does a woman who's faced two major divorces, first with Tom Cruise and now Keith Urban, manage to maintain poise in the storm? What drives her to smile through heartbreak, to show up for her daughters, and to embrace life's next chapter with such grace? This Christmas, Nicole isn't just celebrating a holiday, she's marking a rebirth of sorts, a reclaiming of joy after years under the glare of fame. In the next sections, we'll take you inside Nicole's emotional return down under, explore the quiet moments she's cherishing with her daughters, and reveal the sharp contrasts between her path and Keith Urban's post-divorce life. Every detail, from the relaxed waves of her curly hair to the laughter echoing on sun-drenched beaches, tells a story of resilience, reinvention, and the power of family. And trust us, what unfolds next is more than just celebrity gossip, it's a human story of finding light even after darkness. But that's just the beginning. Nicole Kidman's arrival in Sydney this Christmas was more than just a flight home, it was a statement of reclaiming peace, family, and stability after months of heartache. Stepping off the plane, her naturally curly hair framed a face that looked more relaxed than it had in a long time. No red carpets, no flashing cameras, no Hollywood chaos, just a mother stepping into a space where she could breathe, laugh, and be fully present for her daughters, Sunday Rose, 17, and Faith Margaret, 14. For Nicole, this trip was carefully chosen, not a spontaneous escape. The headlines around her divorce from Keith Urban, filed on September 30th citing irreconcilable differences, had been relentless, but Sydney offered her sanctuary. Away from Nashville's gossip mills, away from the endless lens of paparazzi, she could simply focus on her family. A source close to the actress told People on December 25th, this is all she wanted. She just wanted to celebrate Christmas at home. She's very excited. And in that simple statement lies the emotional depth of her return, a longing for normalcy, for a sense of home that no amount of fame or money can replace. A visual of Nicole with her daughters is striking. The teens walking alongside their mother, blending effortlessly into the festive Sydney scene. For Sunday and Faith, this Christmas isn't just about presents or decorations, it's about stability and love during a time of massive change. Teenagers navigating a parental split often crave routine, predictability, and the comforting presence of their primary parent. For Nicole, providing that grounding environment means more than any public appearance ever could. But there's more to the story than family moments. Nicole's return to Australia also reflects her resilience and personal growth. Having endured a highly public divorce from Tom Cruise decades ago, she knows the pressures of fame and the emotional toll of public scrutiny. Yet here she is again, facing heartbreak, still poised, still determined to prioritize joy over bitterness. As the source revealed, she's been super positive and focused on things that she's grateful for. And there are so many. She feels very blessed. Those words aren't just commentary, they're a window into Nicole's mindset, a deliberate choice to cultivate gratitude in the face of emotional upheaval. This emotional return is punctuated by small, vivid moments. Nicole laughing with her daughters during a beach walk, savoring the crisp Australian air, and soaking in the festive lights without the pressure of cameras capturing every glance. Each gesture, each smile, each interaction is a declaration of quiet strength. It's not escape, it's a conscious step toward reclaiming her life and her narrative. And while Nicole focuses on her family, the contrast with Keith Urban's life couldn't be sharper. As she steps into this space of healing and joy, Urban's approach to post-divorce life reflects a very different path, one marked by privacy, discretion, and guarded independence. But more on that next. What unfolds next shows just how divergent their journeys have become since the split, and why Nicole's choice to return home may define the next chapter of her life. For Nicole Kidman, this Christmas in Australia isn't just about festive lights or family photos, it's about creating a sanctuary of stability for her daughters after nearly 20 years of marriage ended. Sunday Rose, 17, and Faith Margaret, 14, have been navigating a world of tabloids, headlines, and public speculation, and now, with Nicole back on home soil, they finally have a chance to reclaim a sense of normal teenage life. Nicole understands the stakes. Teenagers dealing with parental separation often crave routine, comfort, and the reassurance that their world isn't falling apart. For Sunday and Faith, Australia provides exactly that: long beach walks, sunny barbecues, and the everyday moments that feel ordinary but are deeply grounding. These aren't just holidays, they're therapeutic anchors. Away from the relentless glare of the media, the girls can laugh, play, and grow without the constant pressure of being in the spotlight. And Nicole's presence, calm yet attentive, creates a sense of security that's invaluable during this transition. Observers note that Nicole's approach to family life post-divorce reflects her deep emotional intelligence. Rather than succumbing to bitterness or publicly airing grievances, she channels her energy into creating positive experiences for her daughters. From baking Christmas treats to walking along Sydney's sunlit streets, she is actively nurturing a sense of joy and stability. It's clear that for her, motherhood takes precedence over headlines, a choice that resonates with anyone who's ever had to protect family from chaos. Her resilience is also informed by past experiences. Nicole has been here before, enduring a highly public divorce from Tom Cruise, managing fame while parenting Isabella and Connor. That chapter of her life taught her the importance of shielding children from public scrutiny and prioritizing their emotional well-being. Now, with Sunday and Faith, she applies those lessons with precision. Laughter, routine, and small moments of joy act as quiet remedies for the emotional turbulence of divorce. There's also a subtle but powerful visual narrative at play. Photographs capture Nicole with her daughters laughing in casual, comfortable clothes, no red carpets, no cameras in their faces. Every image tells the story of healing, of regaining control over what matters most. And while fans worldwide speculate about the details of her split, Nicole remains grounded in the moments that truly matter: beach sunsets, holiday decorations, and the warmth of familial love. And yet, this sense of serenity is delicate. While Nicole embraces openness, the reality of public life never fully disappears. Every step in Sydney carries echoes of Hollywood, and every smile is scrutinized. But the contrast between the calm environment she's creating for her daughters and the chaos left behind in Nashville highlights her priorities: protect the family, cherish the moment, and rebuild life on her own terms. As Nicole invests in her daughter's emotional world, the story shifts naturally to Keith Urban, whose post-divorce life couldn't look more different. Where Nicole fosters connection and healing, Urban is retreating into privacy and secrecy, a divergence that raises questions about how two people navigate freedom after decades together. Next, we explore how his approach contrasts sharply with Nicole's new chapter. While Nicole Kidman is embracing family, serenity, and a sun-soaked Christmas in Australia, Keith Urban is taking a very different route, one defined by privacy, secrecy, and a fiercely guarded personal life. The Somebody Like You singer, known for his chart-topping hits and relentless touring schedule, has reportedly gone into what insiders describe as fortress mode since the divorce filing. Where Nicole channels her energy into connection, Urban focuses on control, an approach that paints a stark contrast between the two former partners. Reports suggest that Urban has been quietly dating, but there's a catch: women entering his life must navigate strict boundaries. According to sources, potential companions are asked to sign detailed non-disclosure agreements before even setting foot in his Nashville home, ensuring that his private life remains, well, private. He wants to sow his oats and enjoy himself, but the last thing he needs is for that to get out, an insider told Globe. This level of caution highlights how carefully Urban manages both fame and personal freedom, particularly after decades in the spotlight. Rumors have swirled around potential companions, including industry figures like Carly Scott Collins, yet nothing has been confirmed. Urban's approach seems almost calculated. He seeks relationships shielded from media scrutiny, allowing him to explore life as a single man without public interference. His behavior reflects a man determined to enjoy freedom post-divorce, but on his own terms, a private journey that sharply contrasts with Nicole's open embrace of family life. The contrast becomes even more poignant when you consider their parenting dynamics. While Urban retains visitation days and remains involved with Sunday Rose and and faith. Margaret, Nicole, as the primary residential parent, shapes the majority of their daily lives. Urban's deliberate privacy means he interacts with his daughters in controlled environments, while Nicole's return to Australia is full of spontaneous, joyful moments, Christmas crafts, beach walks, and casual laughter that feels effortless. This divergence isn't just logistical, it's emotional. Nicole appears to find healing in openness and connection, prioritizing emotional health over public perception. Urban, meanwhile, is channeling his energy into self-preservation, privacy, and personal exploration. Both are navigating post-divorce life successfully, but the contrast is stark. Nicole invests in family bonds and emotional restoration, while Urban carefully guards his independence and manages the spotlight on his own terms. Yet there's a compelling tension here that draws viewers in. The world watches closely. How do two people who once shared nearly 2 decades now carve separate paths? What happens when one partner embraces transparency and the other retreats into secrecy? The answers reveal not just the personalities of Kidman and Urban, but also the intricate balancing act of life after high-profile relationships, where fame, family, and personal choices collide in ways the public rarely sees. Next, we'll explore how their diverging post-divorce paths extend beyond privacy and parenting, revealing the subtle ways each is redefining freedom, family, and personal happiness. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, once a united front in Hollywood spotlight, are now charting completely different courses in the aftermath of their split. While the world watched the headlines, the reality behind the scenes tells a story of diverging paths, one marked by openness, family, and healing, the other by privacy, discretion, and carefully curated independence. For Nicole, the focus is unmistakable: family first. With Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret, she's creating a life full of stability, warmth, and connection. Under the agreed parenting plan, Nicole serves as the primary residential parent, spending 306 days a year with her daughters. This arrangement gives her the power to craft routines, instill a sense of normalcy, and guide them through the complex emotions of divorce. From beach walks to Christmas gatherings, Nicole is consciously prioritizing moments that build emotional resilience, allowing her daughters to feel secure despite the upheaval in their family structure. Meanwhile, Keith Urban's post-divorce trajectory paints a contrasting picture. Urban retains 59 custody days but approaches life with careful boundaries. His focus has shifted to personal freedom, controlled experiences, and maintaining the privacy he's always valued. Reports suggest that he's exploring dating, but with strict rules, including NDAs for anyone entering his Nashville home. Urban's strategy underscores his desire to reclaim his independence while minimizing public exposure, a stark contrast to Nicole's openness and hands-on parenting style. The financial dynamic between them further supports their divergent choices. Both earn significant incomes, over $100,000 monthly, and neither requires alimony, allowing them to navigate post-divorce life without financial strain. This financial independence offers flexibility. Nicole can focus entirely on her daughters and personal fulfillment, while Urban can explore his own interests without compromising privacy or lifestyle. But the divergence is more than practical, it's deeply emotional. Nicole's path reflects healing through connection, gratitude, and reclaiming joy, whereas Urban's journey emphasizes self-protection, personal boundaries, and cautious exploration. These choices reveal not only their personalities but also the ways in which high-profile individuals manage life after long-term relationships. One partner seeks renewal in openness and family, the other in solitude and discretion. This contrast also underscores the challenges their daughters face, balancing between a mother fully present for the majority of the year and a father with limited, highly structured access requires emotional intelligence and adaptability. Yet, within this framework, Nicole's approach provides a steady anchor, ensuring that Sunday and Faith experience consistency, love, and the everyday joys of family life. Ultimately, their diverging paths are a study in post-divorce resilience. Nicole is scripting a new chapter of connection, celebration, and personal fulfillment, while Urban navigates a carefully curated freedom, exploring life on his terms. The differences highlight how two people, even after decades together, can redefine happiness, family, and self in unique and deliberate ways. Next, we'll dive deeper into Nicole's inner strength and resilience, exploring how she transforms heartbreak into personal growth and charts a course toward a hopeful future. Nicole Kidman has faced heartbreak before, and yet, with every challenge, she has demonstrated a remarkable capacity for reinvention. Her return to Australia this Christmas isn't merely a geographic shift, it's a symbolic reclamation of strength, a conscious choice to focus on what truly matters: family, gratitude, and personal growth. After nearly 20 years of marriage ending with Keith Urban, she could have chosen bitterness, public confrontation, or withdrawal. Instead, she's chosen resilience, poise, and quiet determination. For Nicole, this isn't unfamiliar territory. Her high-profile divorce from Tom Cruise decades ago ago thrust her into a media frenzy that few could navigate gracefully. With 2 children, Isabella and Connor, she managed to protect her family while maintaining her career and public image. That experience taught her critical lessons about navigating fame, privacy, and emotional turbulence, lessons she now applies with her daughters, Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret. This time, she's building a life defined not by headlines but by love, stability, and mindful joy. Sydney offers her a canvas for renewal. Every sunlit walk, every casual family outing, and every laughter-filled holiday moment is part of Nicole's deliberate strategy to reclaim normalcy. She prioritizes experiences that nurture her daughter's sense of security, modeling emotional intelligence, gratitude, and positivity. It's a subtle but powerful message. Resilience isn't about avoiding heartbreak, it's about moving forward with grace despite it. Her mindset extends beyond family life. Nicole's professional achievements, from her acclaimed roles in Big Little Lies to her unforgettable performance in Moulin Rouge, reflect the same poise and determination that she brings to her personal life. Fans can see echoes of her strength in both arenas. A woman who faces adversity head-on, adapts quickly, and continues to excel. In many ways, her career mirrors her personal resilience. Even in challenging moments, she delivers excellence and remains unapologetically herself. Insiders describe her as super positive and focused on things she's grateful for, emphasizing that gratitude is central to her recovery. This mindset transforms even small gestures, decorating for Christmas, beach walks, shared meals, into acts of empowerment. Each moment is a building block in reconstructing a life that balances joy with the reality of change. Nicole's quiet strength lies in these choices, in the way she prioritizes long-term well-being over immediate drama. Symbolically, Sydney Harbour's Christmas fireworks mark more than holiday celebration. They signal reinvention. For Nicole, life after divorce isn't a void or an ending, it's an opportunity to craft new chapters. She embraces this process fully, showing fans and the world that even after decades of public scrutiny and personal upheaval, it's possible to emerge stronger, wiser, and more grounded. As she steps into this next chapter, Nicole exemplifies resilience in a way that resonates universally. Heartbreak can be endured, life can be rebuilt, and happiness can be consciously pursued. And while her story is uniquely hers, the lessons about family, gratitude, and courage are ones everyone can relate to. Next, we'll bring this journey to a close, reflecting on her transformation, the hope it inspires, and what the future may hold for Nicole and her family. As the Sydney Christmas lights glow and fireworks reflect over the harbor, Nicole Kidman's journey through heartbreak, resilience, and reinvention reaches a poignant milestone. This isn't just another celebrity holiday story, it's a narrative about navigating life's upheavals with grace, about finding stability after chaos, and about prioritizing what truly matters. Nicole has demonstrated that even under the glare of fame and public scrutiny, it's possible to reclaim joy, protect family, and chart a path forward with dignity. Reflecting on her nearly 20-year marriage to Keith Urban, one can see how her choices post-divorce differ profoundly from his. Nicole embraces openness, emotional connection, and shared experiences with her daughters, while Urban has opted for privacy, discretion, and self-focused exploration. Both approaches are valid, but it's Nicole's decision to anchor herself in family life and gratitude that leaves the most striking impression. Her focus is not on the headlines, the gossip, or the scrutiny, it's on creating moments that matter, moments that nurture both herself and her children. The transformation is subtle but undeniable. Nicole, once defined in the public eye by her roles, her glamorous appearances, and her high-profile marriages, now embodies a quiet strength that is equally compelling. Her life demonstrates that resilience is not flashy or performative. It is deliberate, intentional, and often built in small, everyday choices. A walk on the beach, a shared laugh over Christmas cookies, or simply showing up for her daughters with love and presence. These choices may seem ordinary, but they carry extraordinary power, allowing her to heal and thrive amidst circumstances that could easily overwhelm anyone. Her story also offers a broader lesson about personal reinvention. Fame, wealth, and status cannot shield anyone from life's emotional challenges, yet they also provide opportunities for growth, reflection, and new beginnings. Nicole exemplifies how to harness these opportunities. She blends her professional poise with personal resilience, demonstrating that heartbreak can become a catalyst for self-discovery rather than a source of bitterness. Fans watching her navigate this phase of life can see a woman who faces reality squarely, chooses positivity over resentment, and seeks joy in moments both grand and simple. And while speculation about Keith Urban's next moves will continue to swirl, Nicole's focus remains steadfast. Her Christmas in Australia is more than a holiday, it is a declaration. Life continues, joy can be reclaimed, and personal fulfillment is always within reach. It's a narrative that resonates beyond celebrity gossip. It's a human story of adaptation, hope, and the enduring power of family and self-belief. As the holidays end and Sydney's skyline returns to quiet, one thing is clear: Nicole Kidman has turned a page, embraced reinvention, and shown the world that even after decades of love, loss, and public scrutiny, a woman can find her anchor, chart her path, and step into a future defined not by heartbreak but by resilience, gratitude, and hope. Her story leaves a question for all of us. In the face of life's upheavals, how will we choose to rebuild, reclaim, and rediscover joy?